Welcome back to the Hillbilly RV channel. Today we're going to be working on a slide room. It is a Norco or BAL or Accuslide. All three names for this room mechanism are correct. I think Norco is the parent company that makes this product, and I don't know why they use BAL and Accuslide. I don't know, this just seems redundant to me, but anyhow, this one has a bad gearbox. All right, before we get started on this slide, I just want to mention something. Just a little bit reluctant to even mention it, but I just left a job working for an old boy. Been out of work for 6 months. I think he had 4 kids in the camper. I never saw them, but I think he said there was 5 people in the camper, so I'm assuming that's a wife and 4 kids. And old boy didn't have much, so I was able to help him out financially. We couldn't get him going, but we did get him diagnosed, and he knows now what he's up against and what he's got to do, and he can get his own parts and fix himself. But thanks to y'all out there, I was able to help that fella out today because y'all are watching my videos. And I am making a little bit of money off YouTube now. So, you know, this is not to toot my horn or whatever. Some people, you got to help them out. But been a while, and this old boy needs some help. So thank y'all out there. Keep watching my videos. Keep giving them thumbs up. Share them with your friends, family, and help this channel grow. And we can help other people too. So we're going to get started on this room today. It's actually got a bad gearbox. I was here I don't know, a couple weeks ago, diagnosed it. We had the room run out. I'm actually a little bit surprised that it's run back in. I'm a little bit surprised the customer run it back in, because I wasn't going to move it till I got that gearbox changed, because it jumps so bad. I'm a little bit afraid it's going to break a chain. Seen that happen a few weeks ago. Never seen that happen before, but seen one of those chains was broke on one that I was working on. So I'm going to set y'all up right here. I don't think y'all are going to be able to see, but look up in that hole right there, and you might see stuff jumping around while I go over and push a button. Yeah, I really did not. This thing's sitting under a carport. I'm really kind of surprised that this room's in when I get here. Alright, well, looks like we made it out without breaking anything worse, so gosh, it's going to be really hard for you guys to see anything. Might have to set y'all back over here on the dresser and just zoom you in, and I'll have to try and stay out of the way. We're going to change the gearbox and the motor. The gentleman said, how much is the motor? I told him. He said, well, let's go ahead and get another motor, that way I'll have a spare. And you've probably seen that one jumping. Every time somewhere inside that gearbox there's a bad tooth, because every time it makes one rotation, it skips and so yeah, let me see if I can get y'all set up, and we're going to start switching this thing out. Alright, I got y'all set up over there. Now I've just got to stay out of your way. We're going to have to unadjust this thing. Hopefully we can get enough adjustment just out of these center ones to get enough slack in these chains where we can get the old gearbox and motor out of there. It just screws to the wall right there. Start by loosening the jam nut. There's really like no room to work on this stuff in here. Yeah, it's getting some slack in it. See if I can get enough nut. We're gonna have to probably just take that nut all the way off, that adjuster. Probably not much left. Yep. I hope we get away without doing that. Man, there should be enough slack, you would think. Nope. Okay. We're just going to lay this right here so it doesn't get confused. See how long that nut is? So we're just going to do the same thing over here. Now we can get this chain up here. Lay it out of the way. We're going to do the same thing over here. All right, got that nut off. Oh, now we need to remember that this chain went around from the back, and this one goes around from the front. So I'm actually just going to right on the wall there. Nobody will ever see that once we put this trim back up here, because there's a trim piece goes on here. All right, just gonna lay that right there. Now I think there's like 5 or 6 screws. Takes all that right off there. And now I also did notice before we ever started that both those adjuster bolts were just at about the end of the nuts. So when we go back, we'll put the same amount of adjustment on it, and that should be right. I know I'm in your way, but I got to get these screws out. Wire tie off. Now, so red to purple, black to white. Red to purple and black to white. Okay. Snip, snip. And there's our motor and our bad gearbox. There's our new motor. There's our new gearbox. I'm going to go out to the truck and put these together, and then we'll be back. We got the new motor joined to the new gearbox. It's just 2 bolts, and that little spiral drive shaft kind of looks like a drive shaft like in a weed eater, string trim or something. Just goes between the two, and it's just 2 bolts. So I didn't show you that. Just get this one screwed back to the wall. I know, I'm right in the way, but there ain't no choice here. It's just putting 5 screws back in the wall. Apparently there's a pretty substantial metal plate back in there or something. Because those screws feel real good and solid. Which seems like it's uncommon. Alrighty, let's hook our wires back up. Got purple to red. I'm just going to use butt connectors. Make sure. Oh, well, I won't be using that butt connector. It just went bye-bye. Good thing I brought an extra one. Let's make sure them blue butt connectors are gonna fit these wires. These are pretty good sized wires over here. I have to use yellow butt connectors, which I brought those in too, just in case. Nah, I don't know. I think the blue ones will fit. Let's see. Ooh, negative, Ghost Rider. Pattern's full. Have to go with the yellow. Give a little tug. Purple to red. I'm gonna strip just a little bit more of that off. Just a little now, not a lot. Little tug. Verify, purple to red, red to purple. Black's gonna go to white. Never hurts to verify, because stuff happens. Never hurts to double check yourself. Or triple check yourself, or quadruple sometimes. Man, I tell you what, I was on a job the other day. I had a major brain fart. I don't know what in the world was the matter with me that day, man. My head was not in the game, and I just had brain fart after brain fart. Should have been a 10-minute job. I turned it into an hour. Of course, yeah, you can't charge for brain farts, even though it'd be nice sometimes, but you just can't always do that. Good tug, awesome, good to go. Put us a zip tie around there, because if y'all will go watch any of my other videos on these slide room mechanisms, Norco, BAL, Accuslide, you'll know there ain't much clearance here for nothing. So we want to make sure we tie these wires off so they never get tangled up in anything. All right, we're ready to reassemble. We're gonna go back in the exact same order we left off. This one goes around the front. We're just gonna pull that chain as hard as we can pull it. Make sure those cables are not crossed back in there anywhere. Slide our adjuster bolt up in there. Put our nut back in there. Get everything lined up. Easier said than done. And we just keep it twisting until that adjuster bolt is just about even with our nut. Just keep checking, see when that bolt reaches the end of the nut. Right there we are. All right, we've got a jam nut to tighten up there in a minute, but we'll make sure everything works smoothly first. Now this one went around the back of that sprocket. Again, we'll just make sure, because there's two cables on this end too, just make sure that they are not twisted. All right, now we're gonna do just like we did on the other side. Make sure these cables are not twisted. Nope, looking good. It's all reinstalled. The adjuster bolt The adjuster nuts are back where they used to be. Now let's see if it works. See what I'm talking about? There's no room back here. See that blue thing that says top, in and out, or bottom, in and top? See, it actually touches that motor when it comes in. I mean, and when these things pass, when those two brackets, the in and the out brackets pass, they touch a lot of times. So it's I mean, there's no clearances up here at all. And let me see if I can zoom y'all in. Focus. See, BAL Accuslide. Nowhere on this does it say Norco, but Norco, Norco, that's the parent company, I guess. Well, I'm going to go outside, verify that the room came in nice and square, top and bottom, back to front. I'm going to run it out, do the same thing, and if everything's cool, I'm going to tighten those two jam nuts up, and I'm out of here. So, or I mean, it came in nice and square. Let's watch it go out. All right, I'm gonna try and zoom y'all in. Push the button at the same time. Watch how close, you may not be able to tell, but look how close those brackets are. See that? A lot of times those will touch. They'll have little scrape marks on them where they've been touching when they pass each other. All right, now just verify that it went out okay. It's nice and square there. Come to this side. Nice and square. Okay. Well, tighten those two jam nuts up, and then we'll put the trim on, and we're done. This is actually pretty cool. This piece of trim's just got 2 screws in it, and it just goes in here like that. The 2 screws go in from the side. Just like so. Every now and then, a manufacturer will do something that makes sense, like that right there. 2 screws out, you got access to that motor, the mechanisms, make adjustments, blah, 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 all that. Most of these manufacturers, you'd have to take all the fascia off the top. You know, it's all bradded on, and so you got brads to deal with. But this one's actually pretty easy. Thank you, whoever built this one. I don't know, they all look alike to me. So, and as always, thanks for watching. And you know, I hope that you understand that just by watching my videos that you can help people that you may never meet. And I think that's a pretty awesome thing. I think that's what's one of the good things about YouTube. Is you know, you don't know who you're going to touch. So please just keep watching, and I'm going to go down the road and I'm going to fix another one, and y'all have a fantastic day.